Dinky-Doo hearties, a very good evening to you. It's just me, Scottie McClue, and I thought we'll have a quick pop-up Wednesday night, so there you go. Nothing gets past me, and I thought quick pop-up just to see what's happening with you. So that's what's behind this one, I can tell you. So lovely to have you with us. I tell you, wonderful stuff. Now, when you're coming on, let's have your comment, but also tell us where you're watching from. Very, very important. Where are you watching from? Can you see us all right on the old YouTube? That's what we need to find out. So we could chat about that as well. Dinky-Doo, Seamus has just joined us. A very, very warm welcome to you, Seamus. Lovely to have you with us, and thanks for coming and joining us. Hello, lots and lots of lovely people now. There's David joining us as well. Robert's joined us. And who's that? Nikki. Fantastic. Now, we're a little bit further away tonight, so it just means, of course, I have to squint sometimes to read your comments, I can tell you. Who have we got there? James E, fantastic. #1 gifter. Christian has joined us as well and shared the live. Now, that's fantastic, folks. Sharing the live. We love that. Tremendous. Good evening, says Kathy. Good evening, Kathy. Lovely to have you with us. And the wonderful Susan says, good evening, Scottie. Good evening, Susan. So good that you can join us. And you must have got your notifications. We like that. Dinky-Doo, my friends, says Robert. There's Robert from San Antonio in Texas. We love you in San Antonio in Texas, Robert. Tremendous stuff. Good evening, says the wonderful Robert Stinter. Scottie, did you know that William Playfair designed the Surgeons Hall building in Edinburgh? I was there for a wedding at the weekend. Now, Robert, did you know that William Playfair designed most of the new town, I think? Am I not right? Scottie, Dinky-Doo from Bells Hill. Lovely to have you with us. Gordon from Bells Hill. We like that tremendously. How good is that? Wonderful stuff. Love from Texas, Donna. Thank you very much. Donna is in Texas. I don't know. We must have just touched on Texas tonight. And we absolutely love it. Dinky-Doo. There we are. Did you go to the Bagpipe World Championships? Seamus, I didn't make it along this year. I was double booked. But I very often go. And boy, do I love it. The only thing I would say, piping is now of such a high quality and such a high standard that some of the tunes are very, very, very fancy. And I'm a wee bit of a traditionalist when it comes to bagpipe tunes. I tell you, hi from Wales. Ah, yes, Nosta and Yakida. How lovely to have you with us. Good evening, Scottie. How are you? We're fine, Errol. I'm so glad that you can join us tonight. It's just a random pop-up, guys, you know. Nothing to get too excited about. Nothing to write home to mother about. There we are. Thank you for my beautiful gift. You are so good. Hello from Alaska in the USA. We love you in Alaska. Is it very cold or is it very pleasant? Do tell, because we need to know these things. Scottie McClue's channel is all about information, education, and entertainment. So there we are. And I don't think we've ever fallen down on any of the three. There we go. I tell you, I got a notification, says Donna. Donna, wonderful. Have you subscribed and taken in all the great movies? It's pleasant for now. Yes, indeed, in Alaska. I wish you were back on the radio, says Jamesy. Jamesy, everyone in the planet, on the planet, including me, wishes Scottie McClue was back on the radio. How amazing is that? 1, 2, 3, I say to you. Yes, he did, Scottie. I think the new town was the brainchild of Mr. James Craig. I could be wrong. So there we are. Dinky-Doo from darkest Lanarkshire. John Donnelly, there's nothing dark about Lanarkshire. I tell you. Well, except for one bad man that stays there. Least said, I said to you. What's your talk show about, says Donna. Donna, it's about real people talking. We put our comments up, we discuss them, we have a look at the world. We've chucked doing the politics because they've stopped being important. You know, That's the thing. The politicians have decided they don't want to be important and they don't want to be talked about and all the rest of it. So there we go. That's it. Awesome. Absolutely. Scottie, do you use gravy when you're making mince and tatties? Or do you use OXO cubes? Well, I won't do any advertising, but if I was doing gravy, proper gravy, I say to you, my father used to say it's as easy to do it right as do it wrong. So I would say, let's just do it right. Now, as for cubes, great, but, make sure you're using them as a cube, saying, I think I'll put a cube in, make myself a wee drink here, that sort of idea. But we like the real thing, I tell you. I just got back, says Thomas, from the Masonic Temple. Where's that, Thomas? So there we are. Hello from Johnston, Dinky-Doo. We love you in Johnston. Do you miss presenting on Viking Radio? Yes. Who would not miss presenting on Viking Radio? What a fabulous station. And I love talking to the people of, oh, Scottie. We're listening, Scottie. Yes, indeed. I tell you, awesome, absolutely, and awesome to you, I say to you. Hello from Bells Hill. I love Bells Hill. I used to work with friends out there, and I used to pop into Bells Hill on a Friday evening and pop into the newsagent and put something on the lottery. Yes, the last of the big spenders, me. I remember talking to you on Hallam FM. Damien, of course. Hallam FM, another outstanding radio station. Absolutely. Hello from Annan, says Paul. From Annan. Paul, I've been on Facebook and I've seen that there's a big concert with the Annan Town Band. Is that right? Have I got that right? I tell you, I used to broadcast to Annan. Wonderful. We love it, Annan. Dumfriesshire. And the East Rigs. Do you ken the East Rigs? Hello from Clydebank. Hello, Clydebank. Dinky-Doo, I say. I have a VHS tape with your name on it if you're looking for a sleep aid. Winston, lovely. There we are. I think everybody would like to drop off to sleep listening to Scottie McClue, but the tape would just keep running out. Hello from Bridge of Weir. Oh, we love the Bridge of Weir. Very, very nice. The Bridge of Weir. You used to have a station at Bridge of Weir, and you had a station at Kilmalcolm. I tell you, the Church of Malcolm. So there are you and Fulton. Yes, indeed. To still present on the radio now. Haven't done for about 3 years. So there we are. But we do a lot of stuff on YouTube. So get on to Scottie McClue Talk Show. Alexa, YouTube, Scottie McClue Talk Show. But if you're watching a TikTok, you'll see the link up in the bio there. Just tap it. I tell you. Hello from the Royal Borough of Rutherglen. A no magic man. I say not so much now because I'm getting on a little bit, getting long in the tooth, as they say. What a strange one. Well, it's not really a strange one. It's based on gum recession, but fortunately, the teeth are okay up until now. Scottie, you'd make a great Captain Hook in Peter Pan. Have you ever considered Panto? Robert, there's a lovely article, and it's very sad, really, because it says, I'm too busy for Panto, says McClue, because I was just so maxed, I didn't have the time to do it. I tell you. Scottie, how's it going? I haven't seen you in ages. Hey, Dinky-Doo. Dinky-Doo, everybody. Lovely to have you with us, and a very, very warm welcome. I called into your show when I was maybe in primary 3 or 4. I can't remember. I'm 38 now. You'd have got cut off. People used to come on with the wee high voices. Hiya, Scottie. I'll say, hiya, and cut them off. Because we're just too young to be on the show, you know. I tell you. But there we are. But it was fantastic. It was radio. And everything was thoroughly decent in those days. And, of course, young people could ring in. We used to do a Christmas phone-in, you know, that sort of thing. I tell you, never. So there you are. Hello, never. Dinky-Doo to you, I say to you. Everybody used to phone. Little ones, well, people about maybe 14, 12 would ring and try and put a deep voice on. Say, McClue, we're coming for you. And then you'd hear the mother come in and, right, the pair of you, get that off now. Get your beds. But listen, it's Scottie. Scottie, this particular VHS tape really does have your name in it. Analog sleeping. All right. Yes, possibility. Winston, yes. Yes, I think we did some tapes for putting people to sleep. Never. Wonderful you are, Scottie. Oh, you're very kind. Never. I said to you, never. So that was that. I was 15 when I listened to you. I'm 46. 30 years ago, yeah. McClue's been on the wireless for 32 years. Can you imagine it? Oh, I tell you. Now, I want somebody to go on to the YouTube channel. Obviously, you subscribe right away. The whole world should be subscribed. 1.5 million people have looked at my YouTube channel in the last 28 days. You'll see it there. And I've only got, I think it's about 15,000 subscribers, 16,000 subscribers. Why is that not over 1 million? There we are. I swear you used to be a bus driver. No, but quite a lot of bus drivers, particularly on the private buses, wear the bonnet. So you'll be getting confused there. The fire's on tonight, Scottie, says Murray O'Donnell. Murray, I am not surprised. I flicked on the heating. Courtesy of you, by the way. I flicked on the heating and just had a wee boost just to take the edge off it. You know what I mean? You will have 1 million. Never I might. There we are. Never's his name, by the way, in case you think I'm saying. Never. You know, never. 1 million. Yes, I think we will have 1 million, but people need to get on with it and start subscribing all over the world. And everybody needs to start sharing and telling 10 and telling 10 and telling 10. Good evening, pal. How are you doing, top man? Tam, how lovely to have you with us. Always a privilege, I say to you. Do you know much about Sir Arthur Conan Doyle, Scottie? Robert, not anything like as much as I should. There's a very, very nice statue of him in, is it Stephen Street? It's just opposite the Playhouse Theatre in Edinburgh. And there's a big statue of Arthur Conan Doyle. And his daughter, now is his daughter, she Bridget Conan Doyle. I think she was very, very big on something like the Girl Guides or something like that. Check that out. Do you watch Scotch and Rye, Scottie? If it's on, I gobble it up. And Ricky Fulton and Jack Mulroy were two of my greatest fans, and they told me right to my face, Scottie, son, love your show, son. See when you finish, son, we just put it off. Sorry I'm late, Scottie, says Sandy. I get held up by a cyclist. Well, you would, Sandy. That's your socialists for you, you know what I mean? All the rest of it, trying to make the world go backwards. The Luddites. That's what you get, Sandy. Have you seen the 1984 movie Threads? John Donnelly? I haven't. So there you go. But I've chosen outstanding movies and popped them up on the YouTube channel for you as well. So you've got talk shows, you've got movies, you've got facts, you've got funnies. Funnily enough, I used to put up the shorts and they were thousands looked at them right away, 6,000 people. Now I put them up just a handful. But you could put a movie up and 250,000 come and see it. Do you know what I mean? How was it working in a bank? Says Bernie. It was outstanding, Bernie. I've never seen so much money in my life. Well, until I started broadcasting, you know. I'm not a fan of socialism, says Hugh. No, Hugh, I don't. Well, socialism's all right. Communism, we know, doesn't work. That just burns people out. Scottie, when are you still vehemently anti-smoking? Because your tapes are fire, and I'll excuse myself until the smoking has ceased. Right, Winston? Yes, no, you give up the smoking, my boy. I tell you, subscribe every day. Sounds like a new interesting channel from Scottie. There it is, yes. Scottie McClue Talk Show. Let's do it loud voice. Alexa, Scottie McClue Talk Show on YouTube. There you go, guys. I watched Reach for the Sky last night, Scottie Susan. Is that not an outstanding movie? I tell you, people will be getting fed up because I go, another outstanding, unmissable movie. And it's true, they are. DINKY-DOO, Scottie, I'll bid you a good night. Good night to you, CBD. And thank you for joining us from, now you are down in, let me get this right, you're in Hampshire. You're at Romsey. Is that right? I tell you, Romsey Abbey. It's wonderful stuff. So, guys, no, if you're into top movies, you get yourself on to Scottie McClue. We're only up here for about another, maybe another 15 minutes or so. Just a quick pop-up to say hi and to check out. I want everybody to check out the picture on the YouTube channel and tell me if they think it's any good. I'll move the camera slightly. We're saving up for a new camera, you see. So that's what's going on here. And I want to see if you could see the picture. I tell you. Yes, it was, Scottie. Did you like it, Susan? You'll have seen it before, I would imagine. These things used to be on the telly when the telly was quality. Do you know, guys, I'm going to be serious with you. I'm not going to give up the telly 100%, but most of the terrestrial channels. That's why I think maybe I should get my act together and we come on here. You know what I mean? I think Conan Doyle was a physicist, was he not, Scottie? As well as the famous novelist. He wrote his university thesis on syphilis. Well, that would be charming. So there you are. You know, I tell you that. Now then, Scottie, forgive my poor comedy, but I got my doctor's test results back and it looks like I'm not going to be a doctor. Brilliant comedy, Winston. I love it. That's my kind of stuff. The dad jokes. Onion Badgie from Australia. Morning, Lord Duke of Dundee. Scottie, a true funny gentleman. I thank you so much. But get the funnies on the YouTube channel. Get onto the YouTube channel and look at all the funnies. Don't just go, there's only about 20 have seen that. I might have just put it up. Okay? Never 1960s, 1970s were the best on television. Oh, yes. The 50s, the black and white was a wee bit sugary. And the colour came in, I think, well, we didn't get it till 1969. When did colour telly come in? And that was a bit, and then the cameras got a lot better. And who would have believed we would have had our own cameras, effectively our own television station, you know, but ere long, I tell you. I'm just saying, is that any better? There we are. We're just saying what's best. We'll get it sorted. It's for the YouTube channel. And what's best, somebody said the other day, you need to sit a bit further back, Scottie. I'm still reading The General Danced at Dawn, Scottie. Wonderful book you recommended to me. Now, Robert, that's based on a very famous Scottish general. And I won't actually say the names, but I'm pretty sure that's who it's based on, because I knew the two gentlemen that had the film rights that had been given them from George MacDonald Fraser. George MacDonald Fraser, the Flashman books, and he wrote The General Danced at Dawn. He also wrote Private McCausland in the Rough. Hello, it's Naeem from Nairobi in Kenya. Good to have you. Lovely to have you with us. Thank you very much. What's happened to the Jambos, says Scottie? Sandy the Jambo. We've just talking to a man in Kenya. And in Kenya, Jambo is hello. So you were just in time with hello. Vinegar says, Scottie, there's a hurricane going on to hit Milton. They reckon it will make untold improvements. Harsh on Milton. There we are. My favourite movie is The Dam Busters. You know, all these areas in Scotland that people say, oh, it's a wee bit of a jungle there. They're stuffed full of beautiful people. Never, ever forget that. And I remember I was driving with a guy who at that time had become a bit of a bigwig. He'd a right few quid. And I was running him to some do we were going to. And I took the wrong turning and ended up in the scheme. And I said to myself, I said, oh, God. He goes, what's wrong? I said, I've ended up in the scheme. I can't stand this. And he blew up at me. He went after me and, what do you mean? I was brought up in a scheme like this. I said, no, no, no. Take the chip off your shoulder. I said, the reason I don't like the scheme is because you have to go right round the whole way before you get back out again. That was all. He was so paranoid I was making some kind of social comment, you know, or antisocial comment. And I was just explaining that with roads in the scheme, one road in, one road out. I once said to somebody, why is that? And they went, well, two reasons really. One, to save money when they were building the scheme, and the other, it helps the police. Oh, I tell you. So there we go. But no, there's very, very fine people free a scheme. So just so that you know that. Now, who else have we got here? Divine Souls, DINKY-DOO. Thank you for your beautiful gifts. Good evening. So there we are. Says Mr. Decker. How are you, Mr. Decker? DINKY-DOO, I say to you. Now, what have we got here? We're neglecting everybody here on the old. Guys, we've only got minutes, but it's so lovely to see you. I wish everybody, see if you're watching on TikTok, go to my TikTok bio, just run your hand up, tap the YouTube, subscribe, and tell me what the picture looks like. Tell me if it's better. Murray will maybe help out as well with that. I tell you, is this a good time to pop up, or is everybody busy watching the news? You're neglecting Saul Coates. No, I never do. I listened to you on the radio 30 years ago. You're a very entertaining man. I thank you very much. You're very kind. Have you ever visited Invergordon? I hope you're like, oh, yes. Now, is it the Royal Hotel in Invergordon? I had my lunch. And I thought Invergordon was lovely. I remember somebody telling me about the Natal. Have you heard about the Natal in Invergordon? And was Invergordon not where they had a wee mutiny from the Navy in the 1920s? What about Kilmarnock? Well, good question. What about Kilmarnock? I ask you, we love it. Tell us an interesting story from your past. Well, I've been told on many occasions that every story from my past is apparently interesting. So there we go. So we need to know where to start. Have you ever been to Montrose? Montrose? Yes, indeed. I love it. I've stayed in Montrose. I used to tour Scotland, you see, with Scottish Opera. And we stayed in Montrose. Now, was it Montrose? Was it the Royal Hotel in the main street? Would that be right? Is there a Royal Hotel in the main street of Montrose? And the window was just, we sat in the window for breakfast. It was a winter's morning, and it was quite cool, I remember. Pleasantly cool. There we are. Who have we got? Your picture's glorious, sir. Murray, is it all right? Is it better than it normally is on the Saturday? I'll center myself. It's just we've got the pictures there and all that sort of stuff. Pegasus in the background. But I'll get there, Murray, you know. I'll center myself. As long as you can see it and hear it. Because sometimes I believe it's a wee bit too close. You're a wee bit too close for comfort. I tell you. Now, yes, on the corner of the high street, that's flats now. Or did they pull the hotel down? Is it no there? It was the high street. It was the main street where you're still game. I'm thinking of your accent. No, but apparently I was the original inspiration for Still Game. What about that? The boys heard Scottie McClue and saw the bonnet and went for it. Apparently that's the truth. So there I could check it out. It's Bra Murray. You're bra yourself, sir. I tell you. Hey, Dinky-Doo, say Dinky-Doo. We all say Dinky-Doo because it's all well with you in the world. Dinky-Doo, they made the hotel into flats. Aha! There we are. The Royal, I think it was a fire. Dinky-Doo la. Dinky-Doo la la's. So lovely to have you with us. And a big Dinky-Doo to every single one of you. Thank you for joining us tonight on the pop-up. We've got another 5 minutes, folks. So there we are. We're tight for time, but we will get there. So Murray, have you got the old wood on? Well, Murray, I was thinking about you. Don't panic. But there was a lovely thing that you could put on your wood burner with scented wax, and it melts in a wee thing and scents your food. I used to love you winding the folk up the radio many, many moons ago. Tyson, there was not a thing wrong with that show, and I never said or did anything that would ever warrant me not being on the radio. What I think we've got nowadays is people that are, as we'd say in Scotland, a wee bitty feared. They managed to get themselves a job in the media, and of course there's room for everybody in the media. The reason a lot of television and radio is so poor these days is because there's so much quality joining TikTok and all the other platforms, YouTube, everybody on there, and people are saying, no, I'll just do that. So, I now find that a lot of my information, education, and entertainment, that's information, education, and entertainment to me. And then there's education, information, and entertainment from me. And a lot of it to me is now coming from YouTube and TikTok and places like that. And of course, the second McClue goes on a platform, all your politicians follow. Good evening, Scotland. Good evening, Scotland. Laugh. How lovely to have you with us. We had Texas on earlier. We've had Australia, Canada. Yeah, it's brilliant. Canada, America. There we go. We haven't had the Tierra del Fuego on tonight. Journals are working class oiks. Now, JD, there's nothing wrong with being working class. The only thing, it's actually a misnomer. Because anybody that works is working class. And anybody that doesn't work is just a person. Everybody's people. That's the thing. Scotland doesn't really buy into a class system. And that's why we're so good. I was hearing tonight that they were subsidising Scotland by $3 billion for reusables. Scotland's subsidising Westminster by $75 billion. So you'd have to go some to subsidise Scotland. You need to go over $75 billion to subsidise Scotland. So there we are. So I would say they'd be better letting us keep our own income. Now, hoping that my friends in Fort Myers are safe tonight with the Hurricane Murray. Absolutely, it's very worrying, I tell you. Never says, got to dash, Scottie and other guests. Have a lovely day. See you soon on your other channel. Never. You are outstanding. Dinky-Doo. How fantastic. I've only got 2 minutes, 1 minute. What do you do in a minute? Pardon me. I'll have a wee sip of Scottish water. There's always time for that. Fantastic. Never's giving us a lovely big smile. Never Dinky-Doo, I say to you. Now, Craig has just got the #2 gifter badge. Thank you, Craig. Hi there, says Jack. Hi, Jack. A big Dinky-Doo to you from me, Scottie McClue. Right, that's time up. I'm going to have to go. It's been just a blast. Would you like to see me pop up more? Do say. I tell you, good night, Scotty, and good night, Susan. Thank you for joining us, my dear. Lovely to have you with us. Hello from Ireland. Hello yourself there now in Ireland. How fine to have you with us on Dinky-Doo. Guys, I'm going to have to dash. A very, very good night to you. Thank you for joining us. Would you like me to sing you the goodbye song? Yes, here we go. Goodbye, everybody, goodbye. Take care, everybody, as you go. Goodbye, everybody. Auf Wiedersehen. Au revoir, and cheerio. See you, my darlings. Lovely having you with us. Stick out your tongues. Lots of love to you guys. Good night, big man. Good night, Tyson. Stick out your tongues and say ta-ta. Bye-bye. Yes. Once more for the YouTube.